I'm sitting here with a key member of the San Francisco Giants, but maybe not one you might recognize. This is Bill Schlau, who's the Chief Information Officer for the San Francisco Giants, but still gets a ring.
Everyone gets a ring.
Everyone gets a ring.
All full-time
That is
staff.
the biggest ring I think I've ever seen.
That's
just awesome.
By World Series standards, it's actually rather small and conservative, believe it or not.
Wow. So, at an average night at at&t Park, there's maybe 40,000 people in the stadium. How many of them are carrying smartphones, do you think?
On an average night, 40,000 fans in the park. From the metrics we're able to track, a typical night, 15 to 17% of those fans are accessing our Wi-Fi network. In addition to that, there's probably at least that many who have smartphones and don't have the Wi-Fi turned on for fear that it may drain the battery or something along those lines.
So they're using 3G.
They may be using the 3G, and we can't track as well as we can with the Wi-Fi, but my estimate would be close to half of our fans, 1 out of every 2, has a smartphone in the park these days.
Now, this isn't just any park. This is at&t Park. So there's some expectation that when you're sitting in at&t Park, in a place where there are a lot of at&t customers, walking around with at&t smartphones, that if they want to get connectivity, if they want to get to the web, if they want to send a text, if they want to upload a picture, of the Giant to their Facebook page, and that they can do that and get the connection that they want. How do you make sure that they have that experience?
Yeah, I got to be honest, man. It is an ongoing challenge, and it's a battle we fight here, and it's something that you can't ever say, we're there, done, we're going to take a year off. No, it's an ongoing, process. Each year we have to continue to upgrade both our in-house distributed antenna system, our DAS system, as well as our Wi-Fi system. We have to add additional antennas. We have to bring in more bandwidth because every year you see more people with smartphones, and it's not just phones anymore. Now it's tablets as well. We're seeing more and more iPads. It started out, 10 or 12. Now we're seeing hundreds of iPads at each game. Soon it'll be thousands. And all of these devices are hungry for that bandwidth, and so each year we have to continue to build upon it, project, what percentage of our fans are going to be using it, and how much data are they going to be consuming during a game.
So 2 years ago, you dramatically increased the amount of bandwidth in the stadium.
Correct.
4x?
4x, correct. 2 years ago on the DAS side, on the 3G side, we quadrupled our capacity.
And then this year?
Doubled again.
Doubled again.
And next year, realistically, we'll see what happens in the postseason this year, but the trend is the ramp is 100% increase each year. At some point, you'd think it would end, but it's kind of like a Moore's Law thing. I don't know that it will end. You can only have so many devices in the park.
Right.
You'd think
there's
one per person.
There's only so many seats in the park.
There's only 40,000 seats, so you'd think, okay, ultimately 1 per person is the end. No, not so much. They got a tablet too. They got a tablet and their phone. And then who knows, there may be some other smart device that's on their body that they're not even actively using that's consuming this bandwidth. It may be their camera, and maybe they bring a camera. They probably don't bring a camera because it's all an integrated
right.
device. But who knows? We used to think the end was on the horizon, but each year, and next there'll be HD video they're sending out. And so the cycle continues.
So one thing I want to make, just have you touch on for a second, is something interesting happened in terms of the way bandwidth was being used when the Giants got to the World Series last fall. Something flipped.
That's right. That's right.
Talk about that.
Yeah, and it wasn't anything we anticipated, but often, like with a lot of these things, in hindsight, you're like, yeah, that makes sense. The World Series, this ballpark was the center of the universe.
This baby is way back out of here!
And at that time, for the first time, to our knowledge, to at&t's knowledge in history, upload became the dominant mode as opposed to download. So everyone here at the ballpark wanted to share what they were seeing with the rest of the world. So they were taking videos, they were snapping pictures, and they were sharing it. So our upload traffic in one of the World Series games was over 20 gigabytes, and our download was just over 20 gigabytes. But our upload exceeded download for the first time ever. It hasn't happened since here at this park, but we expect, if we go to the postseason again, it's quite likely we'd see that again.